Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode and the little mini-series finale of Deviant the Renegades Beyond Hope here on Dork Tales. Hope you're all doing well today. These players are about to not be, because they are caught in a little bit of a three-way of terror between a couple of syndicates and the conspiracies that try to bind them. We're going to be jumping into that in just a minute, but before we do, I need to thank you all for coming here. This has been a cute little chronicle. We were meant to finish in October, then some life stuff, illness and stuff like that, because it was flu season, did push us back a little bit. So thanks for sticking it out. There's going to be a lot more Chronicles and World of Darkness stuff coming in 2025, but it's good to wrap up the year here in December with some Deviant the Renegades. I'm your storyteller, Kelly. I use he and him, and we are going to be jumping in as soon as we do a quick introduction. Why don't we find out who's playing with us today? Let's start with Robin.
Hello everyone, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and this afternoon I am excited to be playing Roxy. She's our genotypical cephalist. What was the thing called? Oh my goodness, it's been a hot minute.
You're a psychic raccoon.
I am a psychic raccoon who is ready to rumble.
To be a psycho raccoon. Beautiful. Next to you, we've got Amy.
Hi, that's me. I'm Amy. Pronouns are she, her, they, them. And I am playing Saturday Rosario, or Sati, or Saturday, or, any day of the week that is a day, probably, honestly. And she is the exomorph coactive of this crew, our wannabe vigilante fugitive.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have
Never got into her trouble even once.
You don't have to want to be a fugitive for long. Down beneath you, we've got the prettiest face in the entire Dork Tales cast. It's Mike.
Hi everyone, it's me, Michael. And today I'm going to be playing Phaelon, Dell, the epimorph invasive, also known as a cyborg, or the $6 billion man. This head cost a lot of money.
Yeah, but it was 6 billion peso, man.
Well, it's Canadian dollars. So,
oh, okay. Well, still not great these days, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And finally, last but not least, it's the beard that's playing James.
Hello everyone, I'm James. I use he, him pronouns, and today I'm going to be playing Sebastian Coalyard Jr., who is the unwilling exomorph. What am I called?
Mutant.
Yes, I am the mutant. So I have all sorts of strange bodily things going on. So yeah, we'll have fun with that.
We're all lactose intolerant. It's 2025. Don't feel bad about it, Sebastian. James, I love that we can gauge how long it's been since last game by how many fingers your beard has grown. Like, it was like, you were like clean shaven.
I've added a little bit.
Just a little bit. He's 60% beard by weight. Or volume? I don't know.
All my nutrition goes.
Yeah, fair. The beard's what eats. You just you plant it in the ground at night to absorb nutrients.
Length?
You know what? I don't want to know how much James is anything by length.
No, his beard by length. He's 60% beard by length.
Oh, fair. All right, so folks, besides that, I need to do a big thank you to our sponsor, Bookworm Games. Hey, Bookworm Games is your place to go to grab dice for the holiday season. You can save 15% at their website by using code DorkTales. I also wanted to let you know that if you were tuning in for the first time, you're looking for some dice, you want some stone dice, some actual gemstone dice that are inspired by the World of Darkness, legally distinct, but man, they sure remind you of things, that's for sure, because inspiration's wonderful. Go to Bookworm Games. They have amazing gemstone dice you can save that discount on. And also, it's really nice when you get to put money toward a small business, and B, some really cool people who are really big into the world of darkness. I tell this story all the time, but when I was talking to Michael from Bookworm, different Michael, and we were setting up our sponsorship and all of that, the first thing I see as the call goes is his smiling face, and behind it, a giant full color poster of the Nosferatu from the new Mind's Eye Theater book. Like, we're talking like it was a Justin Bieber poster back circa 2003, but it was a giant Nosferatu. If that isn't somebody that you want to buy dice from, if you're a fan of the Chronicles or World of Darkness, I don't know who is. So thank you to Bookworm Games for sponsoring us and for just loving our content. It's great to be partnered with you. Besides that, the last thing that I wanted to suggest is, folks, if you're here for Chronicles of Darkness, even if you do not like the game with dungeons and or flying reptiles, you might want to consider our version of it that airs at noon tomorrow. It's a campaign called Cold Iron. It is draped in Wild West drag and is a very dark narrative that follows a bunch of our regular World of Darkness cast. I think you'd really like it. Besides that, I've got plenty of World of Darkness news to tell you at the very end of the stream, but for now, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, any rules questions before we hop in to the dramatic finale of Beyond Hope? Perfect.
I'm good.
Okay, so I'm going to be nice to you guys for once, and I am going to give you, I'm going to give you 6 beats for today's game. Right now. To wrap up this little mini chronicle. So that will take you to a solid, 4 experience earned throughout the game? So,
yeah.
So go ahead, spend those right now however you'd like. If you want to manifest new powers, if you want to raise an attribute, that 4 will raise one of your base attributes. Spend it right now before play if you want to. No beats left behind. And then any beats that the chat buys you or that you earn from other things will be added on at the end in case we do a season 2. So I'll give you a second to do that real quick. Take a look at your sheet. So if you're looking for costs, attributes cost 4. Skills cost 2 per dot. Specialties cost 1. Merits cost 1. As for your powers, I don't remember. So you'd have to look that up real quick. I think it's like...
I have a note that I bought Shiv at the end of last game.
Nice. That would have cost you 1.
Was 2 dots, so 2.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I want to let everybody know is we've had some big life changes here in the Dork Tales team. Robin and I got a puppy, and Robin and I, Christine, got a puppy who is with Robin and I right now, and he might make an appearance through game. So yeah, puppy might come and say hello in a bit, but he is thankfully sleeping.
No, he's not.
Oh no. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, you summoned him.
I didn't summon him. All right. Anybody find anything else they want to buy?
I'm buying up a skill with 2 because I had 2 left.
Perfect.
Bought
I'm double checking a requirement for something.
I love it. Cool. I'm going to grab a couple of quick sound effects to drop in as we need them. And then we should be ready to roll. All right. I am very excited about this episode, though, because I love when we get to play these like little fun adventures, you know, that just there's like a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, and we just get to play around and have a great time, you know?
He's in his puppy pad.
He's what?
He went into his puppy pad.
Oh, okay, not on a puppy
He moved
pad.
from his banana. No, he went from his banana to his lair.
And for those who don't know, he has a banana-shaped bed. All right. So, while you guys are finishing that up, I'll do a quick recap. Last time on Deviant the Renegades Beyond Hope, so far in the adventure, the characters have escaped from a secret facility and have holed up in a mountain cabin for the last couple of months, trying to plan their next steps as they attempt to hide from the conspiracy that hunts them. Unfortunately, circumstances are not in their favor. The owners of the cabin arrived, setting off a series of events that led to their deaths and the arrival of certain members of that conspiracy. Along the way, you killed an agent that had been working for the conspiracy to hunt you down, and tried to rush into the city, where you accidentally came across a human smuggling ring that you became embroiled in combat with. That is where we ended last game, with several members of a pair of crime syndicates approaching you as you were trying to stop them from hauling trafficked humans. And anybody have anything that they need to mention they bought? Perfect. I love it. All right, so with that, why don't we begin Deviant the Renegades Beyond Hope, Episode 3, Remade to Run. Directly in front of you, you can see the back of this loaded semi-truck. It's teeming with young women, all between the ages of somewhere in their teenage years into their mid to late 20s. They're young, emaciated, dressed in not more than a t-shirt, maybe a pair of underwear each, if they're lucky. At the front, well, I guess at the back, near the loading door of that storage unit is an immense motherfucker. We're talking Hell's Angel, the largest motorcycle rider you have ever seen, standing there with a crowbar in his hand, kind of waving it at the women to keep them in line as they load the last in from a storage locker nearby. As you approached, leaping the fence, walking forward in a nice hero pose, a door opens on a black sedan parked next to this storage unit. Now, this is one of those storage units with the rows and the big metal, like Storage Wars style storage units on the edge of Hope. And a man steps out holding a submachine gun. And that is where we ended game, and that is where we are going to start game. On that precipice, can I ask, does anybody have any aspirations that I need to know about? Anything relevant to this?
We get to refresh new aspirations, yeah?
You do.
Yeah.
I have heard the traffickers and maul someone as some aspirations.
That sounds great. Everybody can take that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Also, get the hell out of Hope is probably a good one. And with that, can I get everybody to make me an initiative roll? That is going to be a D10 plus your dexterity and your, your initiative mod. I believe it's your dexterity and wits.
So,
pardon me, dexterity. It's on the bottom of your sheet.
As a reflex, I have my I was just looking at this. Where is it? Oh, I think I have to have this active. Never mind.
Okay. All right, everybody, roll me your initiative. Pop it in our private chat. 10s do explode on this. So that is another mook. The mooks have very middling. Oh my god. Okay. That is going to be 7 and 6. Okay. Well, guess what? You don't actually exist. Rubbing that guy out so I don't have to do multiples. All right, checking our initiative chart right now. We've got Robin.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember my suppressive fire stuff because I get to add
Yep, you get to add your firearms rating.
firearm score to my initiative. Yep.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Cool.
So with this guy, actually. So thanks for reminding me that he gets bumped up.
Not a fan of that.
Okay, what's your initiative then?
16.
16. All right. So initiative scores are looking like this. Roxy is first, followed by Triad with a machine gun, followed by Mook number 1, followed by Sadie, followed by Phaelon, followed by Big Boy, which is what I'm going to call the Giant Hell's Angel, followed by Sebastian, followed by Mook number 2, and followed by Gangster in the passenger seat. All right. And then beyond that, I'm going to have the trafficked do anything if they gain enough nerve to do anything. So we're going to jump into initiative right now. As there is an explosion of energy, you hear the sound of a gun slide being pulled back as this man steps out of the front of this black sedan, draws the slide back, and let's begin. Roxy, what do you do?
Okay, so Roxy is so as a reflexive action with quick draw, I'm allowed to draw my weapon to be able to add it to my initiative. So she has her shotgun drawn. So it's like a we're in like a storage locker.
You're in like a storage storage yard.
Cool. Is there like, so it's like the walls, the rows of like storage units?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to activate my brachiation scar.
Okay.
Nope, not scar. That's not the word. Variation. That's the word I need to use.
Okay.
To run on walls and ceilings.
Sounds good.
So, okay, now to remember how to do this. Because it's been a hot minute. Okay, so my glitch tied to that is cooldown.
Okay, that makes life easy for
yeah,
everybody.
Roll. Yeah. Scar power 2. Is this one that I have to... athletics roll? No. Magnitude? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I just roll?
You just roll.
To activate it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And it's Dex plus the Scar power. Or...
Yeah, so you have to roll. This is the fun thing about this being a little while.
Yep.
Okay, so for basically what you need to do is you have to make a scar roll. So that is your resistance. Hold on one sec. So it's an instability roll. What page am I on for this? This is 245 for Mooks. Okay, one sec. While I look that up. I believe it was like page... Mike, do you know what page the scar rolls are on? It's like right at the beginning of the chapter for variations. Okay, so you are going to make a scar roll. And the way that it works is you're going to roll your... Okay, So you're going to roll... Okay. All right. So, Robin, what you're going to do is you're going to first... you have an activation roll for that, if I'm not mistaken. You are going to roll your Scar Finesse for that, so that'll be Dexterity. Plus, you're going to roll your Variation Magnitude, plus your Acclamation, if any.
I have no acclamation.
Okay, so that, just go ahead and roll that.
Yeah.
Is it a persistent variation?
Nope, it's toggled, reflexive, and tiered.
Okay.
But I have the cooldown feat on, or the cooldown scar attached to it. With cooldown, it's just, I think actually both these are just turn on. I don't think I actually roll. My other ones have, like, say, make a finesse or blah, blah, blah roll.
Are they not for this? Okay.
These just, no, it just turns on. If I want to do this again,
then you have to make the roll?
in 1 minute, then I have to make cumulative
All right.
penalties for the scar finesse.
Sounds...
So I just turn it on. Sorry, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. That's totally fine. Also, just letting everybody who is a player know, because it has been about a month and a bit since we've done this, what I have quickly done is, if you go to the Chronicles of Darkness page right now, like our whatchamacallit, our Roll20, I've drawn a bullshit map.
I see it. I love it. It's beautiful.
So that way, at least you will have a rough idea of where things are.
Okay. So Roxy's going to activate her wall running and ceiling running feat with a shotgun, and is going to get up in the face of guy with shotgun and unload a shotgun directly to face.
Okay, which guy are you headed toward?
The one with the shotgun, or the machine gun.
All right, that sounds good. Stepping out of the front of the vehicle, are you shooting at a distance, or are you shooting point blank?
I will shoot at a distance, like a kind of reasonable distance for a shotgun. She's
all right, sounds
proficient in
good.
firearms, so I figure she would know.
Okay, so what I need you to do is go ahead. He is partially concealed. So you're going to take a -2 to this. You are outside of... I'm going to spend a hurt the more to give him his defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are going to be rolling at a grand total of... Let's pull his stats back. So that is going to be at a grand total of -5 to your roll.
Which is -4 because of my predator's cunning.
Do I actually have willpower? I'm going to spend willpower to raise my defense. So, but it works differently in Chronicles 2nd edition. Of course it does. You know what? Don't worry about it. Do it at -5, which drops to a -4.
Okay. So it's Dex and Firearms?
Dex and Firearms. And a quick reminder that you have 9 again with a shotgun.
Ooh. Nice.
Yes. Also, your base damage on a shotgun is 3. So 3, if you hit for 1, you add 3 to it.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a willpower to add 3 dice to this.
Okay, love it.
Do Dex and Firearms, so 10 dice. Love this. 6. Hey! Big guy. Ones don't subtract, right?
Ones don't subtract.
I love this game. And it's 7, 8, 9? Or 8, 9, 10?
8, 9, 10.
Okay.
So the man that steps out is not terribly large. He looks to be of Asian descent. He's wearing a dark suit, a bright white shirt that is about to be at least pink, and is wearing quite a lot of like overpriced Gucci bling around his neck.
So, minus the 4
Okay.
is 6 successes.
Holy crap. Okay.
I had lots of 9s and 10s that kept going into 9s and 10s.
Okay, let me just check one thing real quick. All right, there is a huge blast as your shotgun rips across the distance. Beautiful. The shotgun explodes. I only have a gunshot noise to use there, not a shotgun, unfortunately. But that's going to catch him in the chest. He is going to he's going to downgrade some of that because of a bulletproof vest, but I don't think he has enough health to really worry about this. Oh, actually, he do. So that guy is going to take a lot of damage. You said 6?
Well, that's how much successes I got.
Oh, that's how many successes you got. Okay, so add 3 to that for damage.
Oh, do I have to roll damage or is it
Nope,
automatic?
it's automatic. So
Chronicles?
basically, successes you
so
roll,
9.
and then you add your equipment bonus. So that's going to be 9. He has 8 health levels, even with that bulletproof jacket. He's going to go down, even if he's not dead. He's bleeding out. There's an explosion as you pump around through the side of the door. It explodes the window, and he is going to collapse to the ground. Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that was a move and an action. So, Roxy's just gonna like be cackling, laughing.
Perfect. We love that here. All right, it is his turn. He's going to use his action to bleed. And Mook number 1, a man who is over at the gate, dragging a woman of Eastern European descent out to throw into the back of the truck. The guy's about 6 feet tall, very strongly built. Looks like he goes to an MMA gym, and is going to look at your direction and shout, "Hey!" and is going to reach inside of the storage locker, unrack a shotgun as well, and is going to point it at Roxy. Is that a fucking raccoon? And is going to just fire your direction.
It was not me.
Do you have defense against firearms because of anything? Actually, I need to ask, Roxy, would you move any? Because you're about 15 feet away from this. You could easily have used your movement to run over next to the car.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Just wall run onto the car.
Okay, so you're on top of the car now?
Yeah.
Okay, I can still shoot you then. Perfect. We love that.
It's fine.
We love that for you.
Defense against firearms, where would that...
So basically, I have the ability to shoot you unless you have something that tells me otherwise. He is going to take a step out. He is going to take a shot off at you with this shotgun. That is going to be... he is one of these mooks, so that means that he has... not as many points in shotgun as you'd expect, really. Okay, so that's 6 dice. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this to make that 9 dice. I'm gonna give him a -1 because you're a raccoon with a shotgun, and that's gonna give him a little bit of a pause on this first round.
I do have the armed and extremely dangerous.
That only works against the conspiracy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Roxy, I need you to do me... Uh-oh.
There's no, like, dodge rolls, are there?
There are defensive rolls, yeah, but you need to use them as part of your turn.
Ah.
So definitely check the Chronicles of Darkness book for that. Okay. But because you don't know that, give me 1 second and I will see if there's anything that could help you here. Character's defense is subtracted from any attack pools where it applies. Firearms is not. If she chooses dodge, the defender rolls double her defense as a dice pool against D's attack if you spend your action doing that. You can also spend a willpower to raise your initiative by, or pardon me, raise your defense by 2 usually, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So once again, just a little thing that they changed for this edition, which actually makes you a little more survivable. So I'm gonna re-roll.
So defense, yeah. So what defense is that? Just if you actually choose the action, your defense matters?
you always have a basic defense on your character.
Okay.
If you take the dodge action, it doubles and becomes a dice pool. However, if you are right out in the open, like you just climbed up on the top of a car and clear sight.
Yeah.
So you do not have a defense against firearms at range unless you have like a merit that gives it to you, or a power.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the fire.
I don't
No,
believe.
I don't have anything. No, I have Vigilant in my Predator's Cunning, but that is benefit from concealment that levies a penalty. I'm not really concealed.
All right, so rushing up onto the hood of the car, you let out a cackle of malicious glee, only for a shotgun blast to ring out across the air and is going to catch you high in the chest. How many health levels do you have?
6.
The shotgun rips across the distance. You are going to take 6 levels of lethal damage.
Okay,
you are bleeding to death. You are not dead.
Okay, so defense is just that's what you have to meet to.
You subtract your defense.
Succeed?
No, you subtract defense from the roll.
Okay, so I have defense 7.
But not against firearms.
Okay, that's what I'm confused at. Okay.
Basically, you can't dodge a bullet unless the gun is in your reach.
Fair.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that gun is going to fire, and Roxy is going to catch a shotgun round, be hurled to the ground, bleeding profusely, which is probably a good thing because it's Saturday's turn.
Yeah. So someone just shot my raccoon friend?
Oh yeah. She is perforated.
Okay. I don't like that. That's horrible. How close to death does that look?
She is unconscious on the ground.
I am gonna run over there, and I'm gonna try and heal her.
Perfect.
Using my variation healer. Because it seems like that's the best dramatic place to use it. Currently. Double checking how this works. Is she missing any limbs?
No, this hit her center mass and just, you're going to see like organs leaking out.
Okay. I can heal at magnitude 3 a patient of lethal damage equal to scar power or remove a condition caused by bodily injury, exhaustion, or illness such as fatigued. Does not affect persisting conditions. At magnitude 4, once per chapter, I can heal a patient of aggravated damage equal to half scar power rounded up, remove a persisting condition, replace/restore function of a missing or destroyed limb or organ. does not affect scars.
Okay.
At magnitude 5, I can restore a dead patient to life.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
do you have it at what magnitude do you have it at?
5.
Holy shit.
But note that my scar is also perilous variation at level 5. So, heyo.
Do you want it to be more dramatic? Do you want her to be dead? I've hurt them more.
If she's cool with that, I want to try and revive her from death. But if I fail, it's going to be a bad time for all of us. So
I think it's great. Okay, we're going to say with that 6, Roxy, you're going to hit the ground dead. You're going to be in raccoon heaven when this occurs. And Saturday, I want you to make me a resurrection roll.
Okay.
So
I have to remember how to actually do these rolls.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a short period of time since our last game. Only about 2 months since a game we just started playing for the first time. So what you are going to do, I'm out of Hurt the Moors, by the way, so you guys, the rest of your fight is going to be pretty easy. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to do an initial roll to power this up. Your variation is going to work as follows. Roll your Scar Finesse. So, did you write down what type of what your finesse is for this, or does it say in the power?
So I have perilous variation dexterity.
Okay, so this is a physical one. So you're going to roll dexterity plus your variation magnitude, so +5, and I think you're the only player with acclamation.
I am. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah. So you can roll that.
Okay, sorry, so I've got my dexterity.
+6.
Okay, my pool normally says... Okay. And the acclamation is added to that, or...?
Your acclamation does add to that.
Okay. +6?
Yeah, so your 6 is the variation magnitude and acclamation combined.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, you can spend a willpower on this if you want.
I'm going to do that, absolutely.
Okay, to add 3.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just add this up. Okay, so I have my willpower. I have magnitude of 5. I have... Oh god, my brain. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 3.
Okay, so you are rolling a grand total of 3, 6, 11. Your acclamation's 1?
Yes.
12 dice.
Just to this is to activate it?
That's to activate it.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Wonder if any of my adaptations will help here.
Maybe.
Just checking. Don't think so. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this for now. Oh. That's fun. Anyway.
Okay, so...
You'd think I'd have more successes, but that is 3 successes.
Hey, you know what? You only have to have 1 success to bring, like, a patient back to life. So how does this work if... So you're back to life. Elevation of all blasting damage. Which means... And what's your... Equal to scar power. What's your strength score?
My scar power...
Yeah. So your strength. Your attribute strength.
2.
2? Alright, so Roxy, you are going to pop back to life, having healed 2 points of damage as well. So you're 2 lethal healed. And then I need you to make me, Saturday, make me a scar resistance roll. So that's going to be your stamina plus, how many points of instability do you have right now?
4.
Okay, how many empty boxes do you have?
2.
Okay, so you are going to roll your stamina -2.
Oof, that's rough.
And
Not
then
a chance die, but it is just 1 dice. Makes sense though. Mm-hmm.
go. All right, what'd you get?
I rolled a 2. I fail.
Okay, so first of all, you're going to gain a point of instability.
Yep.
And Perilous Variation is dangerous to the demons. It might come with a side effect as Angie Backjack Backlash Psychic Feedback. Oh, you know what? Okay, so at magnitude 5.
It's gonna be a bad time. This is gonna suck.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a beat for something fun. Roxy, this House Saturday. How do you do this?
Oh,
how
does Saturday do this?
How does Saturday
she's
break?
just
Like, what does it
gonna,
look like?
Basically, this is her running over, like skidding to her knees and putting hands over, and then just like starting to like glow, and like blood starting to like ooze out of like her eyes and mouth and ears, kind of thing. Because this is like a lot of stuff blood activated.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably really gross, but it's also gonna start pulling from the like draining any plants nearby, and pulling from just general vitality. Because this also has the identifier, so it is obvious she's been here and leaves marks.
Perfect.
And leaves stuff.
So, you ever seen those? Everybody's seen those vampire movies where you feed the hungry vampire and the hungry vampire drinks more than they're supposed to?
Yeah, except this is basically just falling onto the wound in like a weird, like awful gushing thing as it like starts like.
Yes, it normally would be, but
you're
your perilous variation is going to do something else in this case. I need you to take 2 levels of aggravated damage. Robin, do me a favor and heal 2 more levels of damage as you absorb extra healing out of her. You are going to feel this pain in your chest as your life force surges into this raccoon. Now, it says that the revived character often comes back different. I'm going to say that in this case, Roxy's going to come back probably in a berserker raccoon rage. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So you have brought the dead back to life. But I'm also going to give Roxy the spooked condition, which won't apply during combat. Because I'm assuming fight or flight, so you'll have spooked after the combat. Perfect. Phaelon, it's your turn.
Phaelon immediately puts his hands over his head and says, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I'm not capable of fighting. I don't have any weapons." Does anyone within my sensory range have a Wi-Fi enabled phone on them?
Literally every guy you want to shoot.
Okay, I am going to activate my subtle power because it's subtle.
So subtle.
Actually, it has subtle and discreet, so there's really nothing indicating that I'm doing anything. Called omnicompetence.
Okay.
I am basically going to subtly open up as many tabs as possible on all of their phones, probably without it actually turning on. Multiple YouTube channels of instructionals on how to do pretty much everything that Phaelon doesn't know how to do. Crank the speed up on all of them, and basically watch, probably in the magnitude of hundreds, if not closer to thousands, of YouTube videos, learning as much as he can in a matter of moments, which will be a massive drain on the Wi-Fi in the area.
Okay.
And it will definitely leave his thumbprint on this action, so
Okay.
anyone looking for him will be like, "Oh shit, that's him doing something."
Okay.
But if I pull this off, I get a skill level of 3 in everything that I don't have a skill level of 3 already in.
Balls.
So all of my skill levels immediately jump to level 3 for the rest of the scene.
That's gross. Let's do it. What is the scar for this?
The scar for this is power failure. So if I don't pull this off, Phaelon might be switching off into a reboot mode, as well as every phone that he's connected to right now.
Beautiful.
So I have a bunch of dice I need to roll. Two, three, four.
This combat takes a while, but the cinematic in my head is very crisp. This is juicy. Raccoon explodes a triad, remember?
I didn't get any 10s, but I did get 3 successes.
All right, 3 successes is going to be enough to do that. You suddenly feel a level of omnicompetence explode through you as you start hearing, "Hello, this is Markiplier!" Fire off of like 6 people's phones, as well as like, "Hey, this is the Modern Rogue. Today I'm gonna... Oh, hello, this is Julia Childs," and like so on, as you suddenly learn, whoa, I know sous vide.
I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. All right, you are omnicompetent.
And that's pretty much it for my turn, because I can't actually do anything other than suddenly I am aware of how to do everything.
All right, it's Big Boy's turn. Big Boy is going to use an object interact to pull down the back gate, the door of the semi, and slam it home like the back of a U-Haul, and is going to turn around with his crowbar, and I think James is the closest. So he's going to rush at James with a crowbar. James, what's your defense? Or should I say Sebastian?
My apologies. My defense is 5.
Oh boy. He has some stats. Let's find out what they are. Okay, so that is going to be 5. Okay. Well, he's got... I'm gonna spend a willpower on this so that I actually have a pool. Quick. And that's going to be a hit. Just fucking barely. But that is going to be a hit. He is going to rush up to you, Sebastian. This big motherfucker, who towers like a good 5 inches over you, and is going to just crank you across the side of the jaw with a crowbar. You think that it would do more damage. You're going to take 3 points of lethal damage. And you're going to feel one of your teeth just rock out of your jaw, several of them actually. This would be enough to lay low a normal man. Unfortunately, you're a fucking mutant and it's your turn. Stay down, bitch.
So I think this... Okay, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to trigger my rapid healing.
New teeth to start...
Yeah, just the jaw is going to go... And then just new teeth are going to start growing out of that, and I'm just going to give him this sick bloody grin, and I am going to just punch the hell out of him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So let's do that. Now, can I activate a power and?
You can only do one
act?
Only if it is a reflexive.
Ooh, okay. Let me just check.
Yeah, usually...
Toggle. Yeah, okay, it's not. Although, do I do the fun thing?
Do the fun thing.
Or do I...
The last game.
Okay, I'm going to do the fun thing. Yeah, I'm going to activate Gigantic.
All right. Let's go ahead. Now, do you have to make a roll to activate that, or just a scar resistance roll?
It's tier toggled. I'm pretty sure I do have to make a scar resistance roll
to stop growing at the right size.
What I do is it starts off because it's a fluctuating variation, so it starts off at whatever my successes are, and then I can keep growing.
Okay, so that means you do have to activate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me your activation roll. Let me know if you need any help assembling that pool. So
it should be stamina plus.
So your activation for the power is always your finesse. So it would be your dexterity.
No, this one is stamina.
Is it actually? Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. There's some of them.
Some of them are different. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Except I think my pool is 0. Is that even?
That's not possible. Let's just double check that. So gigantic, tiered once per chapter. Okay. Tiered, toggled. Just checking it right now.
Yeah.
Well,
it's fluctuating that generates the roll, right?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because the scars are the activation, and then the gigantic is the consequence.
Hold on, just checking fluctuating variation. There we go. When entangling the scar, you must determine how it functions at every available magnitude.
So that's if I had to customize it. Mine is just going to be like, I'm growing to the size that I can.
Okay.
So gigantic's pretty easy. It's just like a dial going up and down.
Fair. All right. So, sorry, I'm just quickly reading the rules on this. First activated, equal to its success on the activation roll. The activation roll, I think it would just be a variation activation. So that would be your scar finesse. So that would be your dexterity, plus your acclamation, plus the magnitude.
Oh.
So what level of variation do you have?
I've got variation 4 right now.
4? Perfect. Okay. What's your dex?
It's weird that it's dex. I have stamina written down for that one.
Stamina. You use your resistance traits as your scar resistance roll. So the system's a little weird that way at times, but I'm pretty sure unless you find something immediately in the rules that contradicts that.
Yeah, let's just do that. So I got dex of 2.
Okay, so your roll, and do you have any acclamation?
I have no acclamation.
Okay, so you're going to be rolling 6 dice for this. Unless you spend a willpower, then you'll roll more.
All right. Well, but is it minus instability?
Not on this roll. That's on your scar resistance roll. So this is your activation.
Sure.
So I think the weird thing about the system is that you always have 2 rolls. You always have like the flex roll, and then you have the paradox roll, basically.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And sorry, it was what was the roll you were just composing for?
You're gonna get 6 dice.
Okay, so 6 dice.
9 if you spend a willpower.
And I will spend a willpower.
Okay, let's do it.
I have 5.
Okay, so you can entangled variations. God, this
that max me out.
Yeah. Because it says when first activated, an entangle variation's magnitude is equal to the successes on the activation roll. So that's the fluctuating part. Is you could have rolled 1 and then just been like, I'm slightly bigger, and now you're like, oh balls.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Because I think I'm like size 15 then.
Yeah. So you're the size of an elephant, if I'm not mistaken. And for several minutes of activation, you declare whether you wish to.
Once per round if it's once per round if it's action scenes.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this so that everybody, including the audience, knows. As you're growing, every round in action scenes, you must declare if you wish to increase or decrease your size, and make a scar resistance roll. On a success, you go the direction you want, and then take a -1. If you go the opposite direction, you get a +1. If the fluctuation would be impossible, i.e. increasing magnitude when you're already at the highest possible magnitude for that variation, or decreasing it when it's at the lowest, magnitude remains unchanged, but the resulting bonus to all future fluctuate. That's kind of a weird roll. You know what? This is a short run. I'm gonna say that it keeps going.
Okay.
Because that's stupid, and I love it. And I think that they're limiting themselves by not being able to have you turn into a kaiju. All right, Kai James.
Okay, so do you want me to describe it, or
I want you to take this. Oh, I need you to make me. Well, I mean, variation is the scar attached to it, right?
It's fluctuating variation.
Yeah. So the scar just always happens. So I think that's where the confusion was. So in that case, please describe yourself as you grow 10 points of size.
All right, so he's gonna smack me across the face. I'm gonna like look back at him, and probably instead of those teeth growing back, there's just gonna be like a kind of a swelling is just gonna go there, and I'm just gonna Akira out. I'll just like it's like I'm a thinly, my actual skin's like a thin veiled membrane over this mass of mutagenic muscle, flesh, bone, bits, just kind of, and I'm just going to inflate until it basically like pops. Clothing gets shredded off, and this thing is just going to subsume into this until I basically stand. Yeah, I'm going to be the size of an elephant. So and just being like, and just kind of like flex a little bit, like and like pop some. Well, I don't really have bones. I don't think it's just
So I have something for this, James. Ready?
Okay.
Ooh. All right. Now the question is I guess activating that, is it reflexive or is that your action?
Oh, I think that's my action. But if I can do a social thing, I would love to.
Sure.
Drop your weapons. I will bellow out from some sort of like multifaceted flesh mouth. Probably has several holes.
Okay, one sec. He does piss himself.
Okay.
I rolled. Cool. He pisses himself. All right. Fuck me, man. All right. Mook number 2 is going to hear a gunshot, is going to step out of the storage container, immediately see this, and is going to run back into the storage container and shut the door. On top of him, like as he runs out, you can see a couple of young women in that storage container that go to try to run out to escape. They are also going to see you and run back inside with their kidnapper and help him shut the door. Because at a certain point, when there's a kaiju in front of you, that's going to be their action. All right, next up is going to be the gangster in the front seat of the car is going to see that happen. And is going to push his boss on top of Sadie and Roxy. And is going to get into the driver's seat and floor the car. I'm gonna just see what's good for me. Well, he is going to back up directly into the side of the building, scraping off his bumper, and then is going to floor it, trying to force his way, I guess, between where giant Sebastian is and the semi, which means that is probably going to get a chance to hit you there as he tries to push past you, because you're kind of blocking the only way out. Car crashes.
Can I grapple the truck?
On your turn, yes. If he does not manage to make it through you, I doubt he will, because you a big boy. I just have to pull up the car crash page. Come on. Where are you? Car crashes. I know there's a section on you. Crashes. Chases. $99. Perfect. All right, so a vehicle hitting a light object. Nope. A vehicle hitting a heavy object. Yes. So when a vehicle is being used as a weapon, in this case, when a vehicle hits something more than half its size. Yes, that's you. Both objects suffer 1/2 of the other's size damage plus 1/10 the relative speed. Okay, that's not good. This car is a, let's see, I believe a size 10. Plus its relative speed. I mean, it's like 30 feet of space. There's no way he's going to be able to get above probably 30 miles per hour. Well, 6 seconds, 0 to 60. So yeah, he probably hits you for about 50 miles per hour. So general rule, most vehicles gain only 5 speed per turn. Okay, so 15. So that is going to be 20 miles per hour. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, so you're going to deal immediately 5 points of damage to this vehicle, which its durability is not. Each is also applied as bashing damage to the driver and its passengers, which is great. So he is going to take 3 bashing from this. I'm going to round up on this one. And you are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to take... How many health levels do you have right now? 1 million?
Something like, I think I max out the health chart right now.
Cool. You're going to take 8 points of lethal damage as a car hits you.
Okay.
I don't think it's slowing you down at all, though. And this car is now stuck up against your, like, basically side. It's going to try to peel out. And have you ever seen a car get stuck in mud? It does that in your meat.
Ugh.
It is like peeling rubber, and everything in this area is going to smell like what it would... Picture someone trying to do donuts on a ground made of ham. That is the smell we are getting. And that is the top of the initiative. Roxy, you are suddenly lurched back to life. And are angry about it, probably.
Aha. I'm very angry, especially since I'm being mauled by a dog.
Oh no, that's the worst.
My days is getting worse and worse. So this truck's driving away.
This so it's basically like it's a black sedan. It's a gangster car slammed into Meat Man. The SUV is, pardon me, the semi truck is not leaving yet.
Okay. So the dot that's in front of the storage thing, is that a person there still?
Yep.
Is there a person still outside?
That is the person.
Okay.
That is the person that shot you.
Okay, great. I'm going to... Roxy's like, fuck this. She's gonna activate her telekinesis, and I'm gonna... What size is the car, technically?
Size 10. Oh wait, actually, pardon me. The car is size 8.
What size is the semi?
Oh, pardon me. I'm mistaken. It is size 10. It is size 10. Okay. The semi is size 20.
I got it here. It's size 25.
25? Okay. I was about to say 25 because a limo size 20.
I can't pick up the semi, but I can pick up the truck. The car.
The car.
Yeah, the car.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the car and throw it at the guy that shot me.
Okay. So give me that activation roll.
Okay, so targeting an unattended object succeeds automatically. Attempting to give a living target works like an initial grapple. What would you count a car as?
It is in motion, so I would say it counts as a grapple, but its speed has been reduced to 0, so basically I'm gonna let you double your dice pool on this.
Okay, using a Scar Finesse roll, using instead of Strength plus Brawl, and must contend with defense, not a resistant attribute. Okay. So first I need to activate my Scar, and then I can do the grapple check. All right, here we go. Four plus my dex is 8. I'm so glad. All right, I succeeded on my activation. I'll roll my sky roll now. Because I have the power build up is my attribute or my scar associated to that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I got 4. Oh, I got 10s on that.
Uh-oh. Wait, no, we want...
I got... Well, so what do you want to roll? What's... For scars, you want to roll...
You want to control it.
Yes, but... So the more the better still?
Yeah.
Okay, I got like 5 successes on my
Even with
scars.
your instability removed. Wow. Good for you. Okay. So 5 successes is good. You are going to... Ooh, that's an exceptional success, which I believe lowers a point of your instability.
Oh, nice. I'm even less...
Variation... He's found the... He's found the doorstop again.
I can hear that.
Okay. Guys, I wish I could tilt pivot my camera because this is adorable. He's obsessed with doorstops now. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly double check the scar activation to make sure. An exceptional success. You also heal a minor instability. So there we go.
I'm slightly more stable. Love it.
You managed to pick up the car. You're going to hear screaming in, honestly, you don't, it's some Asiatic language that you don't speak to my knowledge. And there is going to be a scream as you pick this car up. And let's do some complex math. So they don't give you the rules for dropping a car on someone.
Oh, I have the rules for how drop and throw works.
Oh, do you? Okay.
When attempting to throw something and hurt someone, yeah, I have the rules for that.
Please do.
Okay. The Deviant can throw the target, so now I need to do a throw roll.
Also, do you remember that you also have an adaptation that allows you to overclock and spend multiple willpower points? Okay.
Yes. Penalized by 1/5 the object size, so 2.
1/5 the object size is
resisted
5. Or no, you're right, it is 2. I'm thinking of the semi.
And resisted by the target's defense.
Okay. He has a defense of 3. He's going to spend a willpower to make that a 5.
Okay.
I'm going to lower that to a 4, though, because it's really hard to dodge an entire car.
Fair. Does this also count if I'm throwing the people in the car?
That's going to be something separate I'll determine after the damage.
Okay. Okay, so then I need to make my throw roll. Scar power as its strength and scar finesse as its dexterity. Okay. I'm spending a willpower to add 3 more dice.
As you should.
What's my... I have 4 to overcome?
No, you subtract 4 from your pool. With defenses, you always subtract them from your dice pool. It's the same way as when you're playing Scion.
Yeah, I don't think I've played Scion.
Oh, sorry, but same as Aberrant.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna overclock and spend another willpower to add 3 to that.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. So all of my successes, all of them I rolled 10s except for one. So
What? Oh, sorry. I thought you said your dice were all 10s.
Almost. Only 5 of my dice weren't 10s. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting off with 7 successes before I re-roll.
So I don't,
9 successes.
for the audience,
And 1 more re-roll.
I don't have a car crash noise, but I have a plane crash noise, and I think that's about the same for what's about to happen.
9 successes.
Jesus. And how much extra damage does that do?
So unfortunately, if successful, it just inflicts lethal damage equal to half the object size, rounding up. If throwing an opponent requires successful scar finesse roll to be treated as a fall from a height, greater multiple.
But that's on top of your roll to hit.
Oh, is it? Oh.
In this case, it absolutely, you're dropping a car on a guy, so your accuracy would count. So how many successes was that? 9?
9.
Okay, so only 14 levels of lethal damage from getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy inside, to his credit, is going to take less. So he is only going to take 2 more points of bashing damage. I'll say 3, make it easy. I'll take him up to a nice rounded 5 bashing because he is belted in. Actually, you know what? Shit. No, he was panicking. There's no way he would have belted in. I'm going to be realistic. So that means that he is going to take...
Hey.
Any damage that exceeds is also as above seatbelts. The seatbelts have this damage. Okay, so he will have 5 levels of bashing damage on him. Perfect.
Nice.
As he is rocketed around inside of this, as this thing flips ass over tea kettle and is hurled. I'm gonna say that with this level of velocity, you are going to skip this thing, lift it up, and skip it directly into that shut door.
Mm-hmm.
And are going to break open the door to the storage locker with it, leaving a dark
fantastic.
There's a dark red-brown smear. There's a dark red-brown smear on the ground behind. There's a dark red-brown smear left in the wake of this car. All right.
I also have the Demolisher merit, which helps ignore penalties on destroying things, objects.
Beautiful.
And that's Roxy's turn.
That's Roxy's turn.
Let me see. Does she want to move? I think she's gonna stay kind of between. She'll move between Phaelon and Sadie. Just kind of and pick up the machine gun if I can.
Sure, you can grab the submachine gun if you'd like. I think your shotgun's better, but you absolutely can just to have a treat.
Just to, so if no one, yeah, that's a treat. It's my treat.
All right, sounds good. That is going to be your turn. Sadie, you're up.
Yeah, I have no idea how to follow up on that. That was impressive.
You made it possible.
Closest to me at this point?
Of the enemies, the one who is hold on, let me delete this dead guy. Boop.
There's someone in the vehicle. It looks like is probably pretty hurt, but then there's someone inside.
There's someone who's partially inside
building.
of Meat Bastion. Subcutaneous Bastion. That's what his name stands for, isn't it?
I feel like he's got that covered.
It's literally.
I don't have to worry about it too much. Yep. So I think what Sadie's gonna do is run over to the vehicle that just got thrown and try and hoist whoever it is in there out and start wrecking them, because let's just continue wrecking their day.
All right. You are going to be able to rush up next to the flipped car. I'm gonna actually, you know what, Robin, do me a favor, roll a d10 for me.
Okay. Also, this is the power buildup, so you can just try and at any other time try and I have the destructive level on the scar for that. So
so I can just do whatever I want.
You can make me roll. Yeah, it's like what you did for Phaelon with the blast. I'm pretty sure it's the same scar.
I think that you and Phaelon have the same one, yeah.
Yeah. 2 on the D10.
2 on the D10. That means that you did flip the bitch, which means that, Sadie, you can absolutely reach the person in the front seat, who is basically lying on the roof as this thing has just smeared a Hell's Angel.
Fantastic. Also, there's all this blood around. I know that a whole bunch of it went into Roxy.
Yeah.
But I know I've still got a lot of blood just kicking around. That seems very useful, so I should probably activate one of my lashes.
Okay.
To have a weapon ready.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, in this case, we want my melee cutting weaponry lash.
Okay.
So that I can have my little blood shiv, effectively.
Sounds good. All right, go ahead and give me the activation roll.
Sorry, I was still trying to remind myself on how this one works because it's got a bunch of features on it.
Totally.
Okay, it is in.
So you roll the activation
this is
level.
A reflexive action.
Yep.
To activate it.
And you roll the level that you are activating.
Yeah, so this one's always that it's got 2 for the weaponry.
Okay.
So it's magnitude because it's got the feature of penetrating.
Oh.
Just that's the feature of it. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I've got a separate pool for the actual attack than the actual activation. So I think it activates as usual. So reflexive action to activate. So I see Scar Power 2.
Okay. And then you add the so you add your
Variation Power 2. Magnitude 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you activate with a power, not a finesse. That's interesting.
This one? Oh, do I? Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm just looking at the pieces written on it because it says Scar Power, and then under the Scar it says Type, and then the.
Oh yeah, Scar Power is not used as part of the die. It's the potency of the variation.
Yeah.
So to activate this, what you use your most likely for you your dexterity plus your variation magnitude. So you said 2.
Mm-hmm.
Plus your acclamation. So I believe that's 6 dice for you.
Okay, variation magnitude is 2. My finesse dexterity is 3.
Yep, and you have a acclamation of 1. So
yeah.
Summoning a blood weapon into your hand. Go ahead and just give me
that. All written down. Doesn't seem to help me though.
We're brand new to this game, so hey folks, and by the way, if you're old hats at Deviant the Renegades, congrats. We're still playing around with this.
And 10s reroll, right?
They do.
Yay. That's 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes, and give me your scar resistance roll. That's going to be your scar resistance attribute, which is going to be your stamina, plus your acclamation, minus your instability penalty, which is going to be...
I have 1 empty box right now.
So that means minus 4.
Oh boy. Okay, so resistance. Oh, it's scar resistance plus acclamation minus instability.
And just so you know what I'm doing...
a chance die?
You might be on a chance dice. You can... Can you spend willpower on this? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't see anything that says you can't.
I can offer you a beat if you just have it work. What's the penalty, or what's the scar for this one?
This one's unstable variation.
Ooh.
Which I'm trying to remember myself what that one does too.
Unstable variation. More erratic than most, sending you down a spiraling loss of control whenever you use it. At magnitude 2, your other scars temporarily worsen when you activate the Entangle variation. Until the end of the scene, you suffer a -2 to scar resistance rolls, and increase the magnitude of another scar by 1 selected at random by me or chosen by you. I'm fine with that.
Cool.
Okay.
I want a chance die. Let's go. I don't think she's
You know
got
what?
like tonight some nasty
Tell you
tinnitus
what,
probably.
someone
like,
just
she's got
bought
blood
me.
all over the
Someone bought
place.
me a something good happens. Roll 3 dice instead.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I rolled a 10 on my first
Oh,
dice.
then never mind. I'm gonna take the something good happens back because you already did it.
Are you sure? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the reroll gives me a second. An 8. So that's
Okay, so 2 successes on a chance dice is incredible. That's beautiful. You're gonna manage to hold on in spite of everything. I don't know how you manage that. That's dope as hell. But you did it. That is going to be, you're going to hold on to this as you reflexively do this. Describe how you do it and then describe what happens. The windows of this car have completely shattered out and slumped off. They've gone into that spider webbing that modern vehicle glass does, and then has just fallen out as a sheet of broken glass.
I think she looks like something out of a horror story because she's probably a little gaunt from being drained when healing Roxy. And then also still has like blood trickling out of her eyes and out of her ears and like coughing it up and like, you know, nosebleed kind of thing going on, you know. Great look. And also is a dark, and now she's got a dagger of blood that she's ready to shank someone with. So I figure this looks pretty terrifying. So I think if the person inside the vehicle is close to it, and if she can get in, like if the windows are shattered or something like that, I think she's just gonna try and shiv them.
Do it. All right. He is prone, so go ahead and give me a strength plus weaponry or brawl, whichever you...
This one is strength plus weaponry minus target's defense.
Okay, so his defense is going to be halved right now. So do this at a -1.
And I also have penetrating. Let me double check what that does exactly.
That means that you're going to ignore his bulletproof vest. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's correct. This thing is kind of gross. Armor affords no protection. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So this is just strength plus weaponry?
Strength plus weaponry, and then you add your variation bonus as damage, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't see anything about that, but I will double check.
I'm assuming that it would give you the...
I do have a specialization in knives, and this is effectively a blood knife.
Yep, that gives you a +1 dice.
Okay. Let me double check what my Shiv merit does.
A lot. It's a good merit. Very good.
Did I really not write down what... Okay, well. Maybe... Come on. Sorry. Shiv, there we go. Rolls to... Okay, this is for detecting things. With a 1-dot version, you can conceal weapon 0, blah, blah. Character needs brawl skill to use the weapon if I want to. Don't need it. It's all good.
Okay, do it.
It's just fun. And I don't think street fighting applies here because that's all other things. So yeah, we're just gonna do... And I don't see anything about adding my variation rating.
I'm assuming that your variation is the size of the blade, probably. So I'm going to give you a +2 on it.
Okay.
For blood knife. It's about the size of like a blood machete, right?
Effects variation. Let's just have... It's basically a dagger.
All right, you can add 1.
As a shape.
Then just add 1.
Okay. So currently, do I take wound penalties in this system? I don't remember.
You do, but only when you're in your last 3 boxes.
Ah, excellent. Okay. Magnitude 1. I always get the +1 from that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a stab sound effect?
Strength is weaponry. I didn't do so well on this roll, but I did have one success.
One success. That's going to be
I'm not
enough.
liking these ones.
Okay. So go ahead, summoning a blood knife into your hand like some type of ichor-coated wraith. You are going to reach forward and plunge the blade into his body for 2 levels of lethal damage.
Cool.
And he's going to grunt. He's still technically alive. Phaelon, it's your turn.
I'm unarmed and oh crap. And to look around at all would definitely have my worth. Never mind, I guess I'll go get your truck escape. We better make a run for it. And without even stopping to look at how everyone else is ordering everything within visual sight, he goes to the semi-truck.
All right. Rushing over there, you know what? They were expecting to move humans, which means that the keys are in the ignition, the truck's on, it's idling, and you now know how to drive truck stick.
Air brakes. I watched a video on this. Fascinating.
There is a truck dog in the front seat, a little Chihuahua Terrier rat hybrid that is sitting in the front seat licking itself. As you go in, it looks up at you and goes, "Aww," and then goes back to licking itself.
Oh, hi, little buddy. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
He continues licking.
Want to go for a ride? And he'll start pumping the air brakes and hit the horn a couple times.
All right. Hitting that, you are going to be able to kick it into gear.
He'll probably rev the engine a couple times so it, like, you know, does that brake stand kind of thing and make sure that it's going to work.
Pumping the engine a couple of times, you can kick it in gear and you are ready to roll. All right. Down below, it is Big Boy's turn. He looks up at giant Sebastian and is just going to start going, and he's going to go full defense as he sees this monstrosity in front of him. And as that occurs, all of you are going to hear a very disturbing sound as overhead, a helicopter comes into view. No markings on the side, save for a symbol that you recognize as the one that you stared out of your cell at every day. A reticulated triangle that marks.
Shit.
And I think that's where we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back. When we were in the middle of the action a second ago, Sebastian, it was just your turn, and as it was, the big boy biker cowered in front of you just in time for you to hear a horrible sound as a helicopter, bearing the marks of the conspiracy that held you all, pulls into view, flying across the horizon. It's now over the storage yard, shining a light down. We're getting that first-person view as this light shines down into Kaiju Sebastian's eye. You know the look. As this thing kind of pivots overhead at about 50 feet in the air. It's your turn. What do you do?
Well, so gentleman is cowering in front of me.
He is.
He is probably size 6, size 7?
Oh no, he's size 6. He's size 6.
Size 6? Okay. Well, I can wield him as a weapon. So I'm going to throw him at the helicopter.
Okay, 1 sec. So you have something good happens. I'm going to spend that so that you can grab and throw on the same turn. So just one moment while I quickly see if his defense roll will protect him. Please make me a grapple check, please.
Okay. And I get some rather stupid bonuses for being this size.
You do. I believe it's +2 per size rating or per magnitude or something like that.
Bonus is +3. Deviant's natural size increase 1, granting additional health box, and a +1 bonus to derive traits and static race based on strength or stamina.
Okay, so he has a defense of 3, which he gets to roll as a pool. Well, that was not useful. Subtract 1 from your overall successes.
Okay. Cool. So I've got strength 5. I got 3 more from that. And then a specialty gives how much?
+1.
+1. Okay. That's 3 successes.
3 successes. That's with the -1?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to wrap your flesh tubes around him. Because I can't call them fingers.
Yeah, no, they're kind of pseudo fingers. They're kind of shifting in and
you have pseudopods like every other D&D monster. Congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, what would you like to do as the rest of your action?
I am literally just going to rotate and just hurl him at the light.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Give me a okay, so the way it's going to work is it's going to be a weird roll. It's going to be Dex and Athletics to hit this thing.
Okay.
Because it's precision.
Okay.
This thing has a maneuverability. One second.
Is it expecting this?
Against you, maybe, actually, because they know what you are. Okay,
right,
name.
Okay.
I'm just going to check Hurt Locker to see if they have stats for a... Hurt Locker, not Loker. Hurt Locker to see if they have stats for a helicopter. Because you think that if anybody did, it would be that book. Okay, so vehicles... I don't know why I didn't assume that this would happen immediately, but I didn't, and that's my failing as a storyteller. New tilts, gear and accessory, a specific thing about Tokyo, potassium cyanide.
He's already finished the ring.
What the... We gave the dog a teething ring that's supposed to take him, like, all day. They don't have helicopters in this book. You would assume. So I'm just going to make stuff up and hope that it sounds good. So, in this case, I am going to give you I'm going to give you its maneuverability, which is going to be a -4 to this.
Okay.
And then go for it. You can spend willpower on this if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll spend willpower. It gets me up to 5 dice.
Okay. You only need 1, so...
And there's 3.
Okay. What strength bonus does your variation get at this level?
+3.
Okay, so I'm going to add +3 damage just from your strength to the velocity of this. Okay?
Okay.
So, what I am going to do, however, is I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to say that a helicopter probably has slightly more durability than an SUV. So it's got a
Demolisher.
How many points of Demolisher do you have?
2.
Okay, so it is going to have a durability of 3, which means the first 3 points of damage don't count. You are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. So you're only going to end up doing 3 points of durability, or pardon me, of structural damage to this thing. That's going to explode the light. I'm also going to say that you can't do more damage from hurling a fleshy target at a solid thing than the thing has health levels. Just because the body comes apart at a certain point.
Yeah.
So you can transfer 6 levels of damage, which is going to be absorbed by the structure. The helicopter is going to take 3 points of damage out of its... I mean, helicopters aren't particularly durable. I'll say they have probably 25 points of structure. No.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll say so.
Yeah. And maybe blinded from all the blood and debris.
Yes, I think that that is definitely going to have some trouble there. It's also going to do a point of bashing damage to everybody inside of that because they're all wearing their belts. And that is going to be a beautiful hit as the body hits the light, explodes. There is a rain of blood, more of just a light misting like you're in like the vegetable aisle of a grocery store. And that big boy is now off my initiative chart.
And if I still have my movement, I'm probably going to try to like move underneath the helicopter so that they would have trouble shooting down.
That's fair. All right, that is a great place to be. Helicopter is -3 of 25. Perfect. Mook number 2 is going to get some backbone and is going to see what is happening to one of the gooners, one of the mafiosos, is going to walk up behind Sadie and is going to try to shoot her in the back. Sadie, what is your defense?
That's a very good question.
What is the lower of your...
I think I have something from street fighting.
Oh, good.
So 1 second. I have... Can dodge on instinct, not skill.
Ooh, nice.
Flexibility take a 1-die penalty to any actions this turn to use the higher of wits or dexterity to calculate defense. I feel like those are the same for me, but... Oh, that might actually help me then.
Okay, so, and then you add your athletics to it.
Okay, so I think in this case it's just my normal because I don't think it helps me in this case.
Okay,
The upper level stuff, but I wanted to confirm. Thank
fair. All right, so what's your defense?
So my defense, lower of dexterity or wits plus athletics. They are the exact same. They are both 3. My athletics is 3. That is 6.
Balls. Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower so I have dice. Sadie, you stab into the gangster that has been thrown around the vehicle. And as you are doing so, your street fighting instincts are going to go active when you hear the sound of some breaking glass right next to you. A heavy boot steps and a gunshot goes off next to your head as you twitch to the side, dodging it entirely. He did not expect that. Good job. And with that is the helicopter's turn. The helicopter is going to pivot. The pilot is going to try to regain some control, turn on its windshield wipers, and so on. Is going to manage to kind of pivot around and is going to aim. You can see a red laser sight touch the ground, arc up onto Roxy, and then immediately arc off, thanks to that merit you have. The I don't want to mess with this person merit. It tracks quickly over to the front of the semi, recognizes Phaelon, and because of your merit, is going to track off of you, and then is going to look around and Sadie, you are going to hear a gunshot go off. Oh boy, that's fun. Okay, and then 2 more for fun. Okay, and that is a sniper rifle, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is going to be the loud retort of a rifle that echoes over this area, and as it does, blood is going to spray onto the side of your face as the Hell's Angel that tried to shoot you takes a round to the side of the head. And you are all going to hear a voice come over the speaker system of the helicopter. It's a woman's voice. Controlled, commanding. Lay down your weapons. Subjects, it doesn't have to be violent. Give up now. Phaelon, your family wants to see you. Sebastian, your family wants to see you too. The rest of you, this doesn't have to end in blood. That's their turn. And top of the initiative, we have Roxy.
Okay. Roxy's gonna just whine a little bit at that.
Fair.
Yeah. So the semi has not been damaged yet, right?
The semi has not been damaged at all. And Phaelon's getting ready to drive it off.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Roxy's gonna kind of go towards the semi truck.
You still have brachiation on, so you can just run up the side of it.
Oh yeah, exactly. She's running up the side of the truck, and then she's gonna force crush this helicopter.
Balls. Okay, so go ahead and make that roll.
Great.
And I'm gonna go grab the dog while you're doing that.
Alright, I got 5 successes on the activation roll.
Well, balls.
And then, so now I'm at a -1 penalty for resisting.
You're at a -2 for resisting, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right, yes, I'm at -2 for resisting. Julie. I got a single success.
Okay. All right. So, as you are, how do you do it? Tell me what happens.
You're gonna just hear Roxy say, "I'll see you in hell, you fucks," and just suddenly the helicopter's just gonna like fold like someone crunching up like a ball of aluminum foil or something like that. It's just gonna go.
Well, I don't think you have enough strength to completely crush the helicopter. But
Oh, you want me to, I can roll that.
Please roll it. I want you to see. I would also remind you of one thing about helicopters. You don't have to crunch them just to stop one part of them moving. That's very important.
That's fair. Fair. I could crush the blades, make the blades go all together. At the
fold
top.
them like flowers. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just make me the strength roll for that.
Yep, just pulling up the...
Why does the dog smell like maple syrup?
I told you he's smelling sweet.
What did you get into?
Not gonna tell you. Okay.
Are you Quebecois?
Did Roxy go back to the maple house with the waffles and all that?
Yeah.
Was he in the dumpster?
Alright, I got 3 successes.
All right, 3 successes. There is the sound of wrenching metal. Oh, you know what I can do right now? I can cut that sound effect because you're going to hear nothing as the helicopter stops swirling.
Oh, so it's half its crush. The steel scar power plus acclamation to inanimate. Oh, so it's 4. Oh, never mind. So yeah, it's just 4. I don't have any acclamation, so it'll just be 4 levels.
Perfect.
Bashing damage.
Perfect. That's going to stop the blades enough that it starts falling through the air. And yeah, you have a helicopter coming down on top of you, Sebastian, that is going to land on its turn.
Oops.
All right, Sadie, you're up. What do you do?
Something just shot the gangster that tried to kill me, right?
Yep.
They're definitely dead?
Yeah. Unless he
Okay.
can survive without his head, which, you know what, it might be possible. It worked for Phaelon.
Unlikely. But possible, true. Okay, so I'm just double checking who exactly we have still.
Yep.
So I want to be out of the way of the helicopter that's falling. That is step 1.
Okay.
Step 2 is get the people out of the darn building.
Okay.
Away from their kidnappers.
Okay.
Is there a window I can climb up to and try and get in?
So there's
or,
not a
like-
window, but the car has ripped open the front gate of this storage locker.
Oh.
So
So I
there
can
is.
absolutely squeeze in there.
You absolutely
I
can.
wiggle in.
You absolutely can. Now, I would say that the guy in the car might not be dead. The guy who came up behind you to kill you is dead.
Okay, so step 1, stab the person in the car again.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make me another attack roll, please.
Here. That's my rank plus weaponry plus my specialization in dagger things. Now, I'm wondering about... I'm not sure if this is brawl only, but... Okay, that's an improvised attack.
What are you thinking?
Something where it like lets me do like additional damage, but I think... Oh wait, no, that's not it. I was looking on the wrong page. Ha! It's... Okay, that's knocking them down. Oh, character hits fast and follows through with every hit. Whenever she makes a successful attack, you can spend a point of willpower to cause 2 extra points of bashing damage. So, I think I
Nice.
can shank and then headbutt kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
combo with punch. So, main attack. Oh, and then you say get one more for the being a dagger? Hold
You
on.
get +1 damage after it's done, but you do have
Yeah.
you do have that
I have
fighting
special
style.
Yeah.
So that gives you an extra one, and he has a defense of 2. So subtract 2 for overall.
And I bypass the defense because of
You,
penetrating
you
the shield.
bypass armor.
Armor, yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm subtracting 2?
You're going to subtract 2 from your overall pool, yes.
Okay. One success.
1 success is enough. All right. You get a follow-up with a headbutt that does what?
It just says I do additional 2 bashing damage.
How do you do this?
Oh, and I spend a point of willpower. So I'm out of willpower now. That's fun, I think. I think what this looks like is probably the other way around. Is it just for cinematics? This is going to be like a headbutt and then a stat and then like throat slit.
Perfect. All right. He tries to rise up. You're going to headbutt him and then just remove the top of his throat.
Yeah.
Beautiful. He is going to die beneath you without a problem, and you can make your way over to the. You can make your way
We're gonna
over.
try and get inside.
You absolutely can. Tell you what, I will allow. I will spend your last something good happens to allow you to make a social roll. What languages do you speak?
Oh, that's a good question. I speak English and more than that, French, Americans, and American Sign Language.
Okay. It looks like a lot of these women are either Southeast Asian or actually a mix of Southeast Asian and a lot of like Eastern European.
I will attempt French and English
All right. Go ahead.
and some general gestures to try and
Sounds good.
communicate.
What are you going to try to convince them to do?
I'm going to try and convince them that this is a dangerous place and they need to follow me.
So come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make me a... We're going to want some high successes on this because they might not speak the language. So that is going
I
to...
also look pretty rough, so that might be a social detractor, too.
Okay, make me a presence plus persuasion roll at a -4.
I have 1 point of persuasion.
Yay!
2 points of presence.
Okay.
I'm on a chance die if it's a -4.
You can spend a willpower.
I used all my willpower.
Oh, that's fair.
I had 4, and I've used 2 this game, and I had 2 boxes crossed off already.
Alternatively, you could try to scare them into running.
I mean...
I'll let you use intimidation instead.
Sure.
Okay, gain a
I mean,
plus...
she looks pretty fucked up right now.
Exactly, gain a +2 bonus because guess what? Your damage, wounds, and your blade is going to be a bonus, not a penalty for intimidation.
Okay. So that's presence and intimidation?
Yep, +2. Language need not apply
And no
when it
penalty.
comes to waving around a knife.
Okay, so in that case, instead of being on a chance die, I'm rolling 5 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It did not help me. I had no successes.
All right, so you just show up and start screaming at these women like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," and they're just going to scream. Phaelon, it's up to you, bud. What are you doing?
I am going to put the semi into reverse and back it into the, I guess, tail end of the car and
Okay.
force it through the rest of the front of the building to open the hole up.
All right, beautiful. Make me a dex and drive roll to do it without like accidentally hurting anybody and do it without it hurting anybody in the back of the car. With this, I'm not going to give you any penalty or bonus for handling at this speed because you have a drive of 3.
Okay. One success.
One success. All right. It's a little jerky, but you're going to be able to do it slowly backing up, pushing that car out of the way. Sadie, you're going to hear this horrible grinding noise next to you as the car with the dead gangster is going to be squished and pushed out of the way, basically being used as a can opener to open the rest of this building. And yeah. That is beautiful. Anything else on your turn, Phaelon?
Is there any chance I can hear the sounds of people in the building yelling?
Yes, you can.
And in particular, figure out what language they're speaking? Because, I don't know, surprisingly, I speak a lot of languages now.
That's fair. You are hearing a lot of Romanian and Ukrainian specifically being bandied around inside of that room, as well as a bit of Vietnamese. Oh, Tagalog. Thank you very much. Yeah, Tagalog.
Can I swing the door open and climb out enough to yell out, "Get in the damn truck!" in the various languages?
Yes, you may. Because you were just backing up a truck, I'll let you make a persuasion plus presence roll.
Presence, you say? Okay,
Yeah.
I can. How about 3 successes?
3 successes. They're going to look at the screaming, like, bloody woman and kind of try to push past her. One of them is going to open the back door of the semi, like pull up the gate. A bunch of women inside are going to try to flood out, only to have her shout in Romanian, get back in, we need to get out of here, let's fucking go." And at that point, we're going to cut over to Sebastian. There's a helicopter falling on you, my friend.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, what would you like to do? You can dodge, you can try to grapple it.
If I like, if it's coming, is it coming straight down or is it coming down?
Because the blades just went crunch. and it was hovering.
Okay.
So its velocity, I'm guessing that like as the blades crunch, it is going to hold in the air for a second as Roxy's psychic energy dissipates, and then go right on top of you.
Okay. I probably want to sidestep, and it has these nice convenient handles.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what I'm going to do is reach up and just basically deflect it off and just smash it into the ground.
Okay. That sounds great.
I'm going to do it face first, so that it goes right through the canopy into the...
Okay, I want you to go ahead and at this one, what we're going to do is we're going to make a strength and brawl roll.
Okay.
Grappler will apply as a bonus.
Okay. So I got that, and I've got that, and that, and I have one more dice to do. Okay. I got 4.
4. All right, you are going to grab it, and I'm picturing that like all of your flagella, your pseudopods are going to be wrapping around. I'm picturing some of them are hitting the rear rotor that's still going, and they're being mulched off your body just to immediately reform and grow, and it's just the grossest stuff. Oh yeah. The Midnight Meat Train is here, and you are going to just slam this thing using its velocity from the fall with it, and there is going to be just a skid as this thing launches. With 3 successes, I'm even going to say that you can kind of use it to take down the front fence.
Sure, yeah.
And anything else on your turn?
I think probably what I would do is, oh god, I'm gonna like flip the thing on its side and kind of peer inside of it just to see if there's anyone left inside there.
As you look inside, you are going to see that there is a pilot, there is a sniper, and there's a co-pilot, and then there is a tech in the back who was controlling a speaker, but there's no woman in there.
All right, and they're all dead, or are they still alive?
You know what? I'm gonna roll 4 dice, and if I roll a success on any one of these, yeah, actually, according to that, the co-pilot is miraculously still alive.
All right. I'm probably just gonna step on his section of the cockpit.
Okay.
And then just crush that into nothingness.
Well, so much for him.
Yeah, and then oh god. What else to do?
You need to roll for 2 rounds of variation shifting, by the way.
Oh crap! Yeah, you're right. We totally haven't done that.
So are you going up or down?
We'll
say you went up in order to grab the helicopter, and then this round you're going to go down. So maybe roll. So
I'm attempting to go down.
You roll your scar resistance roll at a +1.
Okay. So now that would be. Is it still Dex?
It is. No, it's your resistance roll, so it's stamina. So you're rolling stamina minus your variation. Pardon me. Minus your. So stamina -3.
Stamina -3, so
and
1 dice. But
yeah,
not chance.
Yeah, because it's your base stamina.
I did make it. Yeah, I did make it. I got 1.
You did 1? Okay, so you are going to be able to slam this thing in the ground, squish him, and then you're going to shift down to just the size of, like, you know, a truck.
Yeah.
Like a dual cab. And with that, we are going to be out of combat. Everybody is dead. Or preparing to drive off. As you are doing that, can I ask everybody, the women are being loaded into the back of the truck. Roxy, Giant Sebastian, Phaelon, you're leaning out of the front of the cab. What's everybody doing?
Roxy's gonna get in the cab of the truck and probably just glare at the dog that's in there.
It's gonna look up at you and go,
Sup?
It barks at you. It has a collar that says Spuds on it.
Spuds. see. Alright, you're not too bad, Spuds.
And as you say that, the helicopter is going to explode behind all of you. I'm assuming that you got a little bit of room from it, Sebastian, as it explodes. But the women are going to be encouraged to get into the back of the semi faster now.
And I figure Sadie's like running over and like swinging the passenger side of the cab open and is just gonna like scoop up both Roxy and the dog.
Cool. This is one of those semis that has a sleeping compartment in the back, so there is basically a second row of seats behind you.
Cool.
No, wait, guys, we have to go back to our old car and get the baby seat, please. I like my view.
Sebastian's gonna run over, like he's probably gonna drop in size and then come running over. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna turn back into human, regenerate all of my injuries, and then be basically covering his junk as he runs over.
I was about to say,
I got no clothes left. So just as the mention of the view goes on, he's gonna be like running over to the cab.
Yep, that's what view I'm talking about. Would miss that if I didn't have the height.
Get in! And I'm gonna say,
Are there clothes in the sleeping compartment of this
There
semi?
are
Like,
clothes
is
in the
this
sleeping
someone-
compartment, and in the meanwhile, he can cover himself up with Spuds' dog bed. It's one of those like little. This dog is basically the ugly dog from Deadpool and Wolverine. Like he's
Incredible.
Okay.
So you can absolutely take this little bed and put it over your now human-sized junk.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Am I getting to the path? Like, which seat am I jumping in? Is there anyone in
Are
the
you
car
sitting
with
on Sadie's lap?
Well, Sadie's got the dog and the raccoon in the passenger side. She doesn't know how to drive. She's not hopping in the driver's
Okay,
seat.
then the naked guy is scrambling into the back as Phaelon's behind the wheel.
me? Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Now there's now there are clothes back there.
Oh god, am I still covered in blood and stuff like that? I don't know if that would survive the transformation or not.
I mean, I
Who
would say,
isn't?
I would say you mostly. I would say you're covered in like grease and placenta, like that type of like because you were just reborn.
Yeah. It's like he shoved all those bits that composed him into like a thinner and thinner shell until he finally kind of reformed down to what he. It's clear he's just like the illusion of a person around some sort of meat thing.
All right.
Anyway, cool.
All right, as you kick it into gear, I would like Phaelon to do me a favor and make me a wits and drive roll.
Oh boy.
Drive smart, not hard.
Yeah. Why do I get the feeling after all these rolls, this might be the one that just kind of makes our lives miserable?
Now, you guys just did an amazing bit. What'd you get?
One success.
One success. As you are driving, all of you did an amazing thing. You rescued some people, and you did a hell of a lot of damage in the process to basically slavers and subjectors. I'd like everybody to take a willpower point back because this probably feels pretty good. And with that, Phaelon, you are going to take the truck, drive out onto the main road, and begin pouring your way through the back of Hope. Do you all pause long enough to get that car seat?
Yeah, I think Phaelon definitely knows that we have very few connections to our past, and whatever we can hold on to and bring to the future is what we need to do. So he's definitely going to go into Hope and try to find all the bits and pieces that we need. Probably even stopping by the Waffle House long enough to be like, pick up some food for the room.
Yeah, I mean, you already had a bunch of food on you, didn't you? I guess not.
I mean, that was in the car, so we could.
I guess it would have been in the other car. Yeah, it absolutely would have. So you don't even need to swing by there. There is a huge bag of food in the car. So, grabbing that and the ever-important car seat, you start making your way where? Out of Hope? So, you're gonna...
Where are we going? we've got a mobile base essentially until we run out of gas.
I
mean,
mean, I
let's
don't
not
want to
go-
get these people somewhere safe.
I mean, I hear
On the back.
Merritt's pretty good. East, all the way from the lab. North,
Northeast?
yeah.
Well, that sounds like hope, because this sure as hell isn't.
And as you say that, you're headed toward the on-ramp to the Trans-Canada Highway. You put Hope in your rearview mirror, and as that occurs, you are going to see a pair of Hope's only squad cars rip out toward you, peeling down toward you. Both of them taking up both lanes, coming and going, charging directly into you, only for Roxy's power to go off.
Oh,
As this front cop car suddenly flips like a tiddlywink and is going to sail over the front of the semi, scraping the roof as it goes, and then is going to land directly on to the back of the other squad car that swerved around you. And you're gonna hear the lights behind you are no longer lit. With that, you pull on to the highway, making your way down the road toward Merritt, a little nowhere town in BC, high in the mountains and away from anybody that is watching you. You hope. You've got a good 20 or 30 innocent people in the back of your car, back of your semi, ready to take them somewhere safe. Hopefully, it's going to be safe for you there, too. Is there anything that you guys are talking about as we wrap up this leg of your adventure?
Did we get the Hell's Angel out of the back of the van?
That was not my responsibility. Anyone have wet wipes? I've got blood all over.
we have another captive. We're the one who went it went so poorly the last time.
I figured the woman in the back can handle it at this point. And I'm not hearing any screaming, so that's a good sign.
Hey, Saturday, here's some sanitary wipes. You said pull box off because it's probably a sleeper truck. They probably have something like
Oh, yeah.
that. Just pass it.
Yeah. And she's rooting through glove compartments and everything, and she's looking for anything to just get the blood off of everything. Her eyes are totally bloodshot. And she's like, I can't see super great right now.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Is there paperwork in there? Who owns this truck?
It is owned.
Mm-hmm.
So
Throw a
flipping.
package over of papers. If she finds any.
Okay. So it is owned by Kevin Linton. Kevin Linton is a resident of Penticton, British Columbia. So the car is, or the semi is licensed out of a Penticton haul yard.
Huh.
You know what? Fuck Kevin Linton. Wait, it's not like a rental, is it?
No, it's owned.
Mm.
Oh, fuck Kevin Linton.
Is Kevin Linton even a real person?
I don't know. Let's go find him.
All right, and it's licensed to a trucking company called I'm not going to use a real one, but I will say Balls Trucking.
Nice. Balls.
And as you say that, we are going to head off into the night with a nice rear view image as the Balls Trucking logo and the giant truck nuts that you didn't notice during the fight are the last sights we see as you drive off toward Merritt, BC. And as you do, we watch your taillights vanish into the night, a pair of red demon eyes, as we hear a bit of radio crackle. I would like a status report, an older man says. Sir, they've caused quite a lot of collateral damage in Hope. They're headed east as far as we can tell. We don't have any other strike forces ready. They're busy with whatever's happening inside of the city. That's fine. I doubt that my son can stay quiet for long. We'll find him. And the rest of those renegades. Yes, Mr. Coalyard. And I think that's what we're going to call our first little adventure into Deviant the Renegades, Beyond Hope. If you guys like this and want us to do another one, we absolutely could do a Without Merit and just keep doing dumb BC names till we get all the way to Dildo, which is actually in Nova Scotia.
Yep. To Dildo we go.
To Dildo we go.
Dildo.
That's not a real place.
Spend a night in Dildo. Are you saying that? Are you in character or out of character?
In character, yeah.
I was about to say, every Canadian knows about
Addie's
Dildo.
immediately responds like, it's not real. Until killed otherwise. She'll believe it's not real.
It's true.
Oh, we'll show you. Let's go.
That's beautiful. All right. Hey, everybody, we did it. Everybody, I already gave you your beats in advance. But hey, you know what? How many people did you kill? Take 5 more beats because you killed 5 more people.
Oh, nice and experienced. Love it.
Yeah, we love being experienced in killing.
Oh. And I got some aspirations.
Did you? What'd you
I
aspirations?
escaped the conspiracy again. We got away.
Nope.
I healed somebody.
Yep.
I feel resurrection counts.
Yep, that counts.
And I hurt the traffickers.
Oh wow,
Yep,
you did a
traffickers.
trifecta.
Left Hope. Got the fuck out of Hope and then mauled someone.
That's true. All of these things are true. The Sith, the Jedi, the raccoon. Anybody else got any aspirations? Perfect.
I didn't make any of mine. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe next time. So, folks, as you're leaving Hope, BC, why don't we go ahead and leave our audience by telling us who we are, where you can find us, and anything else that you're excited about in the future that you want to promote or anything like that. Let's start. Go in reverse order. James, you want to start us off, bud?
Sure. You can find me around here sometimes. I've got a lot going on in my life, so it's I'm just kind of streaming on occasion. But yeah, this is about it. So here.
Nice. Next to you, we have the one and only Michael.
I've been Michael. Ta-da!
What? It was you
playing Phaelon all along. Ha ha ha. I'm glad that we got to do this little venture and that you all came along with us. So yeah, keep an eye out for me on this little trip called Dork Tales, and who knows, I might pop up in a heated place called Avernus if you keep an eye out on the Patreon for me, and down the road I might pop up in a few other places.
You never know.
I guess we'll see you there.
It's true. Amy.
Hi, I've been Amy. I've been Sati as well.
Wow.
This has been fun. I've really enjoyed this character. And I am on a lot of things.
You are?
A lot of things.
You're a masochist, but we love you.
I don't love being a masochist. That sounds like no.
Okay. Well, you're enthusiastic and we love you for that. How's that?
Yes, I am definitely enthusiastic. You can occasionally find me on my own channel, Paradoxical Ghoul, here on Twitch.
I hope you stream more as Paradoxical Ghoul. I like watching you. As should everybody else.
I need time when I'm not doing things.
Eh.
That's the downside.
That is the downside.
Tragic, right?
Tragic. All right, next to you, of course, we have Robin.
Hello. Hello, I am Robin. I was Roxy. An absolute blast playing this character. Maybe if we get if there's enough want and Patreon goal, maybe I might invest in a more articulating puppet with a mouth and that moves and stuff like that. So who knows?
Yeah, Roxy
Might get an
grows.
upgrade if we do season 2. Because yeah, I really enjoyed this character and all the characters and the interactions, and I think this would be a great season 2. But you can find me usually here on Dork Tales. Sometimes I stream on my own channel, Second Gen Gamer, but usually here on Dork Tales. Super excited for tomorrow. Come back, same dorky time, same dorky place for Cold Iron, because we had episode 1 of that, and I'm super excited for episode 2. I'm really gonna run the snot out of the dog tomorrow morning to try and
Yep. And we're going to see if somebody else can watch him for a little bit so that the game is extra fun.
They can't. They are
Oh, they
snowboarding.
can't? Oh, well, they could take him snowboarding. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm sure that would.
He's got to learn somewhere, Robin.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, come back for Cold Iron tomorrow. It's a lot of fun. And I'm really liking those characters too.
You guys are all amazing.
Bye.
Bye. And of course, I am your storyteller, Kelly. I'm here like way too often and way too much, but I do it because I love telling stories, and I love telling stories with you. You can find me here pretty much every day of the week, but you can also find me over on the onyxpath if you are a fan of that. I am in an anima game every other Thursday, played under the wonderful Asterix VTuber, and on Fridays I am in a They Came from the Cyclops' Cave under Travis Legg with the wonderful and majestic Bunny Hearted, as well as some others. You can find me there at noon Eastern on alternating Thursdays and Fridays. They're both the same week. It's a very busy week. But if you want to do me a favor, come back tomorrow for Cold Iron at noon. You will not regret it, even if you're coming in late. It's going to be a hellaciously fun time. And if you like what we do here, you want to see more content, the best way to let us know is, of course, you can join the Discord. Great way to reach out to us and spend time with us. But if you want to support us, go to Patreon. Patreon is what keeps the stream running. So please join the likes of our divine producers, my mom, hi mom, and Shikon Dave Vermillion, our demonic producer, Sorcerer Sanguine, our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, Karasha Urquhart, and Big Nut, our Monster Maker Soul Omen, and our High Council, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Cody, and David Prophet. So I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. Michael, thank you for doing all the work to do the overlay frames for this game, and for dealing with all of the weird names of like all of the abilities and powers and everything. Players, thanks for trying to learn this system very quick. I know we didn't get everything right, but hopefully we got it fun. If you want to see more World of Darkness content, there's a bunch coming next year. We have 3 new mage games that are launching in 2025 that are going on our Patreon specifically. So if you're a fan of Mage the Ascension, you might want to check those out. Besides that, you can find more of my work over on the Storyteller's Vault. Search Kelly J. Clark or anything made by None or Dark. I'm working on something new for that right now. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I think this is where we should say goodbye for now, as we leave hope behind and go look for some merit. We'll see you next time, hopefully, here on Dork Tales. Good night, everybody.